Welcome to TruckLogics, the only web-based business management solution designed exclusively for transportation businesses. With our adaptive design, you can manage your dispatches, expenses, maintenance, reminders, and trip sheets in one convenient location. Keep track of every load in real time. Record your customer information for each dispatch to include address, reference numbers, and account numbers. Your customers will be automatically saved within your account for next time. For the shipper and consignee, you can add the pickup and drop-off locations, as well as the pickup and delivery time. Choose the time range option if your driver has a window of time to pick up the load. Expand the optional field to show other details you can share with your driver via the app. Contacts can also be connected to the shipper and consignee accounts. Keep in mind, the freight and additional details are completely optional, so you may skip them if you prefer. Set up your hauling fees as a flat fee, per mile, etc. Accessorial fees may also be added if necessary. You can even calculate a discount or advance if applicable. Calculating your miles en route by using Google Maps or our Pro Miles add-on feature to get the fuel optimization options later. To view the directions for your route, just click Directions. To finalize your load, click Create Load. After creating your load, the load summary page will display all the details of your load. You can receive advances for this load by clicking Receive Advance. Just enter the date and advance amount, then click Save. Once the load related to the payment is invoiced, the payment will be applied properly. Create an invoice by clicking the Create Invoice button. We have auto-filled the values from load charges. You can just generate the invoice. To email the invoice to your customers, click More, then Email. Your customer's email address is automatically entered. You can alter the message or send as is. To print an invoice for your records, click Print. A PDF will generate for you to save or print directly from your computer. You can also choose the information you would like to display in the printed version of your invoices by clicking Print with Options. All of your trip-related documents are organized and in one place. Easily access and share load summaries, load rate confirmations, and more by clicking the Documents tab. You can also upload new documents and send emails with attachments including VOL, proof of delivery received from driver, etc. Track all payments made on an invoice by clicking the Payments tab. When the payment has been received from a client or carrier, you can post the payment in TruckLogics. Within TruckLogics, you can record full or partial payments. Under the Notes tab, if you have any notes related to this load, you can add it below. Add notes about the load, i.e. long wait, difficult shipper to work with, etc. Keep your load dispatch details in one place by clicking Create Dispatch and track them in real time effortlessly using the dispatch summary page. Below, the net revenue section displays an itemized graph of your income and expenses for the trip, as well as your total net revenue and revenue per mile for the trip. For each dispatch, click Assign to select your driver. Teams are the preferred method of those who wish to have their product delivered fast. Select Add Additional Driver to add 2 drivers if applicable. You can also select and add the equipment you want to assign to each load to make keeping track of maintenance schedules a snap. Use the notification options to notify the drivers of the assignment by email or text message. Need to update your route? Click View Route and move stops around in the order you wish to travel. Click the plus sign to add routing stops to manipulate your route. Just enter the location and zip code. When you return to base after delivering a load, those empty miles can be recorded on your trip sheet for that specific load. Use the Return to Base option to associate all of your miles from start location to pickup delivery all the way back to home base. Below, the fuel optimization is a complete breakdown of fuel prices, expected gallons burned, total Ifta tax, average miles per gallon, estimated trip savings, and fuel stop options along your route. Use our check call feature to notify your clients of your progress and location. When adding check call activity, you have the option to save and notify the customer, broker, or agent via email or text message. If you have selected Pro Miles for calculating the miles, then the trip sheet entries will be automatically generated or you manually change them. If you have selected manual or Google Maps, then you have to enter the trip sheet data. To add additional rows to the trip sheet, click on the Add Another 5 Rows button at the bottom of the trip sheet. If you have multiple drivers assigned to a load, enter the miles for each driver below. It will be used while calculating the driver settlement. The TruckLogics Trip Settlement feature makes driver pay simple. It allows you to precisely calculate the total owed without having to do any calculations yourself. And while calculating the pay, you can still itemize specific expenses for more accurate accounting. It's the easiest way to pay your contract employees. Make sure to mark the settlement as final. The account section is already loaded with some default categories, but you can also add your own custom expense and income accounts for your business. Any income that is received can be tracked in the account section of TruckLogics. Just select an income category and add all the necessary information. The same goes for any expenses that are incurred. It is also easy to mark your invoices as paid when the payment is received by using the Receive Payment option. Simply enter a customer's name and their invoice will automatically be opened. You can select the payment option and mark the invoice as paid in your TruckLogics account. When completing payroll, you can generate a weekly settlement for multiple loads. Make a payment to the driver by going to Accounts, then Driver Settlements. Each driver's unsettled settlements are listed in the grid below. You can make a payment for a driver by selecting Make Payment in the action column. Here it shows all loads for the week, and you can add deductions from the paycheck here if applicable. Clicking Save will record all payments at once. To notify the driver of payment confirmation, find the driver and click View Payments from the Driver Payments page. Click Option to email the driver's payment details. Manage your trucks, trailers, and driver preferences within your truck zone. The truck zone allows you to track the maintenance for your trucks and trailers by simply selecting the unit number and selecting a maintenance task from the drop-down menu. You can select maintenance task from our list or add your own custom task as well. After a task is selected, you can select if this is recurring and then set up the task to be performed every so often based on time or number of miles. The Ifta Tab allows you to easily edit and manage all Ifta records. TruckLogics is your new home for Ifta record keeping. Access your Ifta records anywhere and update or edit your records as needed. Generate Ifta reports each quarter from your trip sheets. Email or print these reports and use the totals to correctly complete your Ifta return. Just click Start Return, select the trucks that will be included in the Ifta return, and based on your miles and fuel purchase, we will calculate the tax due for you. The reports of TruckLogics keeps your business information simplified into concise and convenient reports. The Profit and Loss Detail reports in TruckLogics allows you to view the detailed info for total miles, income, and expenses for the quarter. Filter per truck, accrual cash option, and display cost per mile, revenue per mile, and profit per mile figures. Miles are broken down by miles loaded versus empty. All of the default income and expense categories are listed for each month, as well as the custom categories that you have created in TruckLogics. Year-end financial report is now available. Default tax categories are assigned to the default expense and income categories that are available as soon as you sign up for TruckLogics. This report will match up directly with a Schedule C for tax filing purposes. If the user adds their own expense categories, they will also need to select the appropriate tax category for that expense for this report to remain accurate. And the driver payment report lists payments given to your drivers, which you could use for 1099 purposes at the end of the year. Just filter by year, month, or custom date range and select the driver. View the driver payment report for the year by clicking the View icon under the action column and take a closer look at each payment using the same method. This video was brought to you by TruckLogics, the only web-based business management solution designed exclusively for transportation businesses.